Hey there, everyone. Ian here, before we get started, to wish everyone an early Happy Tarrasquemas. Tarrasquemas is going to be on Friday this year. It is always September 9th. And it is the day when all of the good adventurers get their presents from Uncle Terry, and all of the bad adventurers get eaten. The day when adventurers and monsters alike set aside their grievances and just enjoy themselves. And the people who break the armistice, well, let's just say that things end poorly for them. It is also the official second anniversary of our show. So thank you, everyone, for listening for 2 years. We really appreciate it. And with that, let's get into the game. All right. So, in our last session, we got yeeted into the Tarrasque. Some of us fell into a pool of acid.
That's what happened.
Climbed in through the stomach. Nobody died. A few people almost died. You're starting to question the logic of why exactly you decided that climbing inside of a tarrasque was a good idea. Ran away from some slimes in the stomach that were trying to eat you. And then you had to fight a macrophage that also tried to eat you. And that was about where we left off. Oxley, right as we were wrapping up for the night, you noticed a wound in the tissues of the wall, basically, and you decided to investigate it. You pushed it open, and what little bit of light that you could see made it look like you were looking into one of the lungs.
Yes.
And you saw a humanoid laying on the ground about 15, 20 feet in. And that's where we left off.
It's Tarrasque Stigmata.
My light shining in through my rapier, I turn to the gang and say, "We've got a live one here."
Maybe live.
Are they alive?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to loot her regardless, but yes.
Oh, you know.
I think she might be alive. I don't know. You guys want to follow me in?
Absolutely.
I check for traps. And when I mean my sector check, I'm going to do a medicine check.
About to say.
Knowledge nature or something like that. Because obviously...
Can we do nature checks?
Is to make sure that the area is safe to enter. And then shout, "Are you okay?" And tap them on the shoulder forcefully.
Yes, I know. Could be undead.
Okay, and that is one thing. Is I generally apparently sense if something's really super evil.
That takes an action to turn on, but yes, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, do y'all want me to check for evil? I can do this.
Well, I mean, Tarrasques are considered neutral because they're beasts. I'm not sure exactly how
Right, they're just hungry. They're just trying to eat.
They're unaligned.
Peek your head through and see if it's evil, and then I'll go check and see if it's okay.
I think the cleric's just gonna walk past both of you. And it's like, no, I'm rendering aid.
I'm chilling where we're at just in case something comes up.
That seems right. Okay, so you're gonna do medicine. I was gonna do a nature check, if that's all right.
I just rolled nature to see if there's any biological traps such as macrophages or some sort of lymphocyte or something like that wants to eat us.
You rolled really well, so
yeah.
I don't know.
All right, so I will qualify this with your rapier doesn't shed a whole lot of light in here. This is a very large cavity. It's about 80 feet by 45 feet, so you can't actually see the far ends of it. But from your immediate field of illumination, there's nothing that you can make out. You're listening, and it doesn't sound like there are any critters or slimy things moving around in the darkness.
In the light that it sheds. Yeah, because it sheds, I think, 15 feet bright and then 15 feet dim, so...
Yeah,
that's
so
about all I was looking at.
Yeah, the body that you can see is just past the bright light. It's in the dim light radius on the outside. But yes, from what you can see with the sphere of light that you have, there's nothing untoward or hazardous readily apparent.
Looks good, guys. Might kill us still.
I'll back a little closer to the opening, but I am still keeping my eye closely on where we came from versus the inside of the lung, possibly cavity.
As my honor as a thief, I promise that I have not seen anything in the nearest feet that I've stepped in.
I'm gonna pull a rock out of my pocket and cast light on it.
Okay.
So I want to clarify. We did not get to short rest.
We did not short rest. No.
Okay.
Bangarang used Prayer of Healing to heal you guys up, but you did not get enough time to have a short rest before the macrophage showed up and tried to eat you.
Right.
True.
And now we've found a body, so.
It's an adventure.
Hey, I'm going to go in and back you up.
Woo!
All right, Bangarang, how are you doing health-wise?
I'm a little over half.
Okay. Well, while you're healing them, how about I heal you?
Let's see if they're a live body or a dead body first.
Okay, fair enough. Why don't I heal you anyway?
We'll do a little dancing lights to light up a bit more of the room, Ian.
Okay.
And I'll concentrate on that. My expeditious is burned out at this point.
Yeah.
With the casting of dancing lights, I am pretty much re-enamored at this point and watching more. Ooh, lights.
I'm moving it along the ground. I'm trying to move it towards the person.
All right.
I mean, better picture.
You have a 120-foot range on it. So as long as each light is within 20 feet of one another, you can string them through here like string lights.
Okay. Yeah. Illuminate everything.
Okay.
I got a rock.
We turned on all the flashlights this time. We're prepared.
What do they call it? The fairy
Burn
lights,
once.
where the people have like the LED lights and they like string them over like their balconies and whatnot.
Yeah, summon chill lights. That's what I
Yeah.
got.
We got some mood
All right.
going. We like it.
All right. I enter in basically kind of halfway between. At this point, I'm just going to enter in the lung. Got my rapier out. Got a loot. Got lights.
So we're basically just going to say you're able to illuminate basically the entirety of the organ.
Okay.
I don't know that we're in there. Like, what we're seeing is the place we were, plus the hand-drawn tunnels.
That would be why you can't see anything, because I didn't pull you guys to the new map. Okay.
That's no problem. I had a feeling that was
Yeah,
what
let's
was
copy
going
paste
on.
that over. There we go.
Now
we can
that
see
is a
stuff.
visual. There we go. All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All
Oh, yeah, that does look like a lung. Or
Right,
something.
Yeah.
Or
So
something.
this enormous organ is roughly 80 feet by 45 with a 15-foot high ceiling. Healthy-looking veins and arteries cover the walls, floors, and ceiling like webbing. With each of the Tarrasque's inhalation, air pours into the room, then seconds later it breathes out, dispelling the air.
Man, if I was a vampire, I would be in a buffet right now.
Absolutely.
So there are two exits. First, at one of the shorter walls, leads into the circulatory system. The second, along the long wall, leads into a red chamber that pounds like a war drum, likely the beast's heart.
Would you mark that on the map? Just kind of like draw a little dash or something?
So the first one is where you guys are at,
Right. Okay.
right here.
Sure.
That's where you guys are coming in. And the second one is over here.
At number 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the person right here?
And this is the person right here.
Okay.
I'll step in there. So,
And now that everything is fully illuminated, I would like everyone to please make a perception check.
rolling perception. We're rolling perception.
Okay.
I don't see shit. I'm like,
You're focused on your lights.
this is a vast lung. Look how the dancing lights just glow amongst the walls. Boots, 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 raving time. Boots,
Oh
boots,
my.
Or maybe
System is
it's
down.
like when you're trying to listen to a conversation and look like you're listening, so you're like, I am nodding at what they're saying. I am making eye contact. I'm cocking my head to the side and occasionally acting alive. Oh, what did they say, actually? You know,
Wait, I'm not the only one that does that?
I do it all the time.
All right. So Vaca and Mica, you see something a little bit odd about here and over in this general area. The tissue seems to be moving independently of the normal movement of the lung, as if something might be crawling around under the surface. Whatever it is does not seem to be coming towards you yet, but there does appear to be something crawling around under the surface of the skin up that way.
There's something on the wing. You said there was external light coming in from here, you said?
No.
No? Okay.
These circles are roughly where the dancing lights, that's
Are.
the bright light from the dancing lights where that's
Okay.
illuminating. And now this whole southern half is basically lit up like a Christmas tree between
Right.
Vaca's horn and Oxley's rapier and the dancing lights.
Yeah,
So the-
welcome to the southern half of the lungs, where everything's
Opening
a bit
we
brighter.
Oxley, could you move your dancing lights a little further in? I think I see something in the back.
Certainly. I move
Well,
my
I mean,
further in.
the one over here is in the radius of this dancing light.
Oh, okay.
And then the one up here is just outside of the bright light of the northernmost one.
Okay.
So yeah, they are illuminated, and that is what allowed you to actually be able to see it. With that high of a perception check.
So it's a subtle movement.
I'm going to look at Lady Vaca. It's sword down, right?
It's what?
The sword's down from when you did your detect object.
Yes, your locate object spell has expired.
Yes, this is
point.
Right, so we're going in the opposite direction.
Mica is not really highly intelligent, but he is confused why we are moving opposite direction of where the sword should be.
Because the cleric
the body, right. And that's why, again, Mica is a little perplexed saying, sword down, right?
It is, but we're wondering what this body is.
Is this a corpse, or is it...
Is it Susan?
Well, it is someone who is unconscious, and as you check them, there is a pulse. They are breathing, but they are unconscious.
Do they have a name tag that says Susan?
Or B. Anthony. Aunt B?
So yes, they are alive but unconscious. And they are in rough shape. They look like they got smacked around a bit, and from your experience, you could say that they got smacked around and then they stabilized.
Cool. I think I'm gonna pull out one of my healing potions and administer first aid to this body.
All right, go ahead and roll the healing on that. 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. That should be 9.
Nice.
Very nice.
Would looking at the body and determining what kind of injuries, whether it was like beat up by a bunch of blunt fleshy things or sharp pokey things, be an intelligence or a wisdom roll?
Do I pour in the health potion and it just kind of spurts out like this is a cartoon?
I think they're a sieve.
Yep.
It's one of those things where you sort of, you pinch the lips around the neck of the bottle and you massage the throat to get it to go down.
I'm fighting with the dog to take its meds.
Yes. Yes, that's the general gist of how this is working. And as you do that, it takes a minute, but by the time the flask is empty, you put the stopper in it, put it back in your pocket. By that time, he sort of it starts sitting up and rolls over to one side and coughs up this nasty, like, translucent white gunk.
Would I recognize it from my time in the microphage?
It is similar, but not the same.
Okay, cool. I will help them come back to life.
Do you have a description of the individual?
Yes. This particular individual is a drow. They are a dark elf, male, about 5'10", shoulder-length, white hair tied back into a ponytail, studded leather armor. They have a couple of short swords nearby. It looks like they're the weapons that they were using whenever they were knocked unconscious.
Okay.
Did you know you're in the body of a tarrasque?
What, did it swallow you too?
It did.
We voluntarily entered.
Oh, and here I thought I was... Yeah, never mind. We were hired to... sorry, that... everything kind of burns at the moment.
You mentioned something about being hired.
We were... the group that I traveled with, we were hired by this little gnome lady to guard her while she researched some ruins or something. There's a bunch of like nomads that had moved in to one of the locations she wanted to research, and they were really unhappy about her being there, so she wanted to hire some muscle to sort of run them off.
Knew it. I knew she was evil.
I don't know about that. I mean, she definitely got her money's worth, if nothing else, but it's kind of a blur. I mean, we were in the cave, and then suddenly it was dark and slimy, and we were going up and then down, and then everything burned, and it was rough. I'm not entirely sure where everyone else has gotten to. I was looking around, and I mean, the anatomy on the inside of this thing doesn't make a lick of sense. And he points up this way. He's like, I mean, look up there. It's literally an open passage into the bloodstream. I mean, that doesn't make sense. How is it not dead? How is it not bled out from that? Why is the lung not full of blood? I don't get it.
Funny thing, magic does a lot of weird things. You know, wizards are crazy, too.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Were you hired by a woman named Maureen?
Yep, that'd be her.
She put us in here, too.
Oh, well, here's my little bit of business advice. Next time, get your money up front.
It was kind of a really abrupt situation.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
It's a rush job, but don't worry, we're charging her extra for this.
Well, good. Because she sure as hell didn't pay us enough for this.
She actually sent us in here for Susan and a sword.
Yeah, Susan's the boss. I haven't seen her. We got split up coming out of the stomach. There was some big slimy things that sort of popped out of the walls and split us up, and she ended up taking off further down the guts, and I headed up because I was on the other side. And I mean, I'm surprised that the hole I made to get out of the gut over that way is still here. I'm surprised that the tarrasque hasn't healed that one up yet. I don't know why, but
Are your swords enchanted with anything?
a little bit. I mean, you can't really take...
It's the massive hole we dealt in. The whole fact of a big giant tower stabbing it through the gut.
That knit itself back together.
Insight check on this guy.
I would also point out, Eric, that was the other side.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, that was the other lung.
Insight in this guy.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I did.
Oh, 15? He seems to be forthright. He seems like he is in enough pain that trying to come up with anything other than the truth is a bit beyond his faculties at the moment.
Okay.
I want to double check where those moving things were. Have they moved towards us at all or made any kind of threatening or advancing moves?
Make another perception check.
Okay.
What exactly is enchanted on your sword?
Well, I mean, and he holds up his short sword and is like, well, I mean, I got a little bit of enchantment on this one to, like, sort of holds wounds open, keeps them bleeding.
Then that's...
Yeah, but, I didn't think that something as big and magical as a tarrasque would be able to manage that. I mean, it doesn't always work. It's not a particularly strong enchantment.
Yeah, but everything has to adhere to rules at some point.
Maybe.
Not necessarily.
It'd be nice if something held to the rules for a change.
Like, the tarrasque is breaking enough rules, Bangarang will absolutely just take it at face value that it didn't think to guard itself against wound closure enchantments. They just left that off the list.
Oh,
yeah.
You just don't think about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just don't
Well-
put the load up.
All right, well, I appreciate you patching me up a little bit. Is there any chance you found any sort of way out? I'm assuming that we're going to have to move south if you catch my meaning.
Yep, both for the sword did probably for an exit, unless...
Yeah, that's where that's the way the boss went, and that's the way that all the rest of them went. Last I saw them, they were going south. So, is that south? I mean, I'm kind of... North-south is kind of arbitrary at this point, but it's helping me, towards the mouth is north, the other way is south. That's just sort of how I'm orienting at the moment.
Okay. Mica checked on some moving bits.
Yes. Mica, you noticed that the one that was here...
You guys keep looking at.
The one that was here is now about here.
Okay, we should leave.
And the one that was here, you can't see anymore.
We should leave.
Yeah, I start tapping on shoulders and kind of pointing.
I take a sip of my coffee, my ever full coffee. Seriously, what are you guys looking at? 'Cause I failed my perception check, so I don't really care.
There's something.
All
We
right.
got some movement, as it's not down south movement, it's this movement.
Well, come on, person we definitely asked the name of.
Actually, no. What would you like us to call you?
My name's Ferrum.
Okay,
Sure.
Farrah, let's go back through the hole.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and he works his way up onto his feet.
Yep.
And he's a little shaky, but he's able to manage.
Yep. The Kenku isn't much help, but what help a Kenku can be for a creature that is 2 feet taller than it.
I give him a sip of some of the coffee. It's Talamshin Brew, Talamshin Dark.
I just realized every time you say his name, you have to say it exactly like he did. Because that's the only person you've heard say his name.
Yes. So as Feyrum is getting up, I also grab the empty flask that Bangarang used, and I pick it up and I look at the party and I point at it. Business expense. And I put it in my packs.
Well, okay. I thought Bangarang had already put it away, but
Did she put it away? I thought she just, yeah.
I did sort of decide that for you. I apologize, but...
No worries.
I mean, we want to keep a clean campsite, right? Don't litter inside the tarrasque.
Yep.
All right, so he's going to come down and crawl through.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping a wary eye on where the movement was, I will follow out.
Exit as well.
Me
Go ahead
too.
and drag the lights along with us.
Yeah.
And at some point, by the way, since it's a cantrip, I would have just recast it, just to let you know.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, we are going to go back to where we were. Are you headed further on down?
That would be my inclination.
Same.
Okay.
I would like to heal Bangarang before we go any further, if that's all right with Bangarang. Bangarang, can I heal you?
I mean, sure, I guess.
All right.
Should
yeah.
we take a rest? Or do you think we should not rest here?
I don't know if we will actually be allowed to.
And did you ask that question out loud?
Yes.
Well, Ferrum is going to say, it's not safe to do it right here. I mean, this is where we got jumped, so... And those things, they just sort of pop out of the walls just whenever. So, I mean...
All right, so you get back 11.
Woo!
Huzzah.
Mm-hmm. That was I was happy about that roll. Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad that the cleric keeps taking all of the damage.
As it should be.
Yep.
All right, so we heading further on down this way?
Yeah, since the drow says it's not safe here, let's push on.
Okay.
I speak into each person's mind, except for the drow. And I know it's one at a time, but I was like, let the drow go first.
And the drow go first under their own power?
I mean, he's sort of staggering along, but yeah, he seems to be doing decently well enough.
Okay.
Yes, we have a literal corpse now. Good. Let him get all of the traps.
If it will assist him to go at the same speed as the rest of the party, Bangarang is going to assist them, thus defeating the drow taking all of the traps.
Okay.
Never said my character was good.
Oh yeah, no, like Bangarang hears it and then goes, I'm a cleric of life. I'm not making that choice.
Right?
Fair enough.
That is not how I was raised.
Yeah, and he would definitely appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I am following cautiously along. I am still not entirely comfortable with the whole telepathy thing. It happens. I'm used to it at this point because I've been with this party before, but I'm still kind of looking around and there's lights, so I'm fairly entertained and satisfied with all the pretty lights that keep moving around me. Yay!
All right. So Ferrum gets down to this general location. He's looking around, and I'm not sure which way we should be going.
Look back at the Minotaur.
Yes. I don't know. Has it been 10 minutes? Do we think...
It took 10 minutes for Bangarang to cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay. Yeah, so I have a general sense of it. I mean, I can cast it again. And would I need to make the same religion check?
Yeah. It's
okay.
it's gonna be an easier DC because you've already connected to it once, but...
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, all right, folks. Let's do it. I'm going to try to cast Locate Object. I don't know if you have any Inspire dice down, but I'm going to try and roll Religion right now.
You still have a D8 from previous.
You
Oh,
do.
yeah.
You
I
do
do.
still-
And
You are
I
already
do.
inspired.
Sweet. Well, there was something else he did, but let's do this. Okay.
I do lots of
Religion.
things.
You know, I feel pretty knowledgeable already, but you know what? It's not going to last much longer, so yeah, I'm just going to roll the 8 too, because why not? Why not really do it? Maybe it's like, it's calling from inside the house. All right,
Oh.
You
well,
really know your religion.
damn. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent roll there.
You're getting a fairly solid ping
Mm-hmm.
from
Such a pain.
way down this sort of general direction.
Oh, wow.
Way down
Okay.
yonder in the Chattahoochee.
That's, yeah,
Right,
okay.
enough to make it double five.
Where's your God telling us to go?
My God is telling us to go down, way down.
Downtown. Do 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 do.
Insert 311 song.
Do.
In fact, I just had a religious epiphany about it. We're going way down.
Oh my.
Yes.
Okay, so left or
Thank you
right?
for your inspiration, Sir Oxley. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh, it's fine.
Hannah.
I was doing a perception check for Ferrum. If anyone else would like to make a perception check as you get up to the intersection here.
Yeah, it's probably a good wisdom.
Bad idea.
All right. Oh, no. This time I'm like, what?
Oh, awesome. Dude, I love these lights. These lights are freaking amazing.
Oh, wait. Where are we? I don't see lights.
Did I not move you guys again? No, I moved you guys.
You moved us. You didn't move the lights, so...
Yeah.
Oxley's keeping his dancing lights
It's
around
just
with
flooding.
us.
It's just flooding the...
Yeah,
area.
we just assume that you can see where as far as you can see.
Loving these rolls where we completely all flip-flopped our perceptions.
I know, right?
It's
Right.
kind of great.
Well, one thing that you are noticing for Oxley and for Bangarang is that heading off this way,
Is
you're
blood?
seeing blood splatters.
Tarrasque blood or other blood?
Make a nature check or a medicine check.
I'm gonna go with medicine.
Medicine
Nice.
25? Yeah, that's not Tarrasque blood. You saw enough of that getting in here. That's not Tarrasque blood.
Someone might need help to the left.
You want to go
Oh,
check
yeah,
it out?
far left. Yeah. Yes.
Sure.
All
Because, I
right.
mean, the way down may be a convoluted down.
Yeah,
Fair.
I mean, guts sort of bounce around back and forth, up and down. We're not entirely sure where everything's going to end up going, so...
It's all relative. We'll get there eventually.
Tubes!
It is a series of tubes.
See
You
that.
are correct in that. All right.
Oh, that's pretty.
So, as you walk down the tube, what we have here, so you got a chamber that's roughly 50 feet deep and 20 feet wide, and this rancid, foul-smelling goop is just sort of oozing up from the floor. It looks very, very spongy.
Oh, can I
Potentially
kick it and give the Tarrasque diabetes? I'm gonna give it the beatus.
Is this the spleen?
No, this
You
is not
already
the
found
spleen.
the spleen. It might
Yeah.
be the gallbladder.
Oh, pancreas.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to try and figure it out, you need to make a medicine or a nature check.
My
I'll try nature.
my character wouldn't be smart enough to try
No.
to make that check.
I look very bad.
I'll give it a go.
I'm looking for whatever left that blood trail.
Yeah, I mean, I want
add
to see
one
if
to
I
that, please.
see blood trail too.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I just because I've
I'm
got a
not-
-1 to it. Oh yeah, that's
We're like, we don't know what this is.
it's squishy.
It's kind of pretty. It looks like almost like grape clusters and stuff.
The blood heads up that way,
Mm-hmm.
and as you look over there,
Oh,
there is a dwarf sitting over there. He is wearing armor. It looks fairly heavy, and looks like some sort of religious getup over top of it. Bangarang, you would recognize another cleric if you saw one. And it looks like he has managed to get his way up onto this more fibrous growth that seems to be weaving its way through this organ. And he looks like he's missing an arm.
oh my goodness.
I'm going to see this dwarf and become rather excited, and just because of the rules and purpose of my order, I'm going to want to rush to the dwarf to ask if he needs aid.
Ask him if he needs a hand.
Yeah. In fact, because, again, relatively low intelligence and such was accepted, I'm going to run up to him and ask him directly, you need a hand?
Okay.
Can you make it over there?
So as you cross the spongy parts, this sort of pus-like yellow goop oozes out of the pinker flesh, and for every 5 feet you travel across that, you take 1 point of acid damage.
Okay.
So that's 3 points of acid damage to get to here. Nothing on the blue, but to get the rest of the way to him would be another 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So
6 total?
6 total.
Okay.
Anybody want me to just bring him over here?
We probably should ask him first.
Well, I've already kind of covered that
Yeah,
distance just out of pure reflexive training.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask our new friend, like, is that one of your friends?
Yeah, it looks like Begrir. He's our healer. Hey, Begrir, you alright over there? I'm missing an arm. Of course I'm not bloody alright. Yeah, that's him. So, Mica, you headed over to him?
Yes. Yes.
And what did you,
I literally asked if he needed a hand because I was told to do such, and then I'm going to ask is who harmed him and where they are at.
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. I like that. Oh. There's a beastie in here that sort of, well, I gave him what for and ran him off, but he took a little souvenir with him.
I'm doing a chicken dance real quick. Ritual spell while they're having this little interplay.
I'm going to ask him which direction he ran it off, and then I will go ahead and make a perception check to see if I can see it.
And he points over. You see now that there is a narrow opening here that appears to continue into a cavity on the other side. You can't see into the cavity from where you're at, but that is, generally speaking, the direction that he's pointing off into.
Okay, and I went ahead and rolled the perception.
Chicken dance, chicken dance, chicken dance.
Bada 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 bump bump bada bada bump 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 bump. Wait, how does Bangarang feel about the chicken dance? I'm just need to ask.
I'm a pro. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not all birds are alike.
Oh.
You saying all birds look the same?
No, I wasn't. But that took that a
by the way,
They're like
direction.
heinous creatures.
If you're curious, I'm casting floating disc.
Okay.
The ritual.
Move.
So, what is that, 10 minutes? Are all the rituals 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
10
Okay.
minutes plus the casting time.
That's why I'm casting now, so that we can just have them hop on instead of taking damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I've done my locate object, and that will only last 10 minutes, but I have a general direction.
Yeah.
So, I'm probably not going to cast it again.
But Mica, he points off towards the cavity to the north of where you're at.
I rolled a 12 on perception, so.
Yeah, you don't see anything
Okay.
especially off that way.
Gonna go ahead and ask the dwarf if he wants to join us. I will offer to carry him across if I need to.
All right, if and you think you can.
No, heavy sis dwarf? Shouldn't be too heavy.
What?
Dance, dance, revolution, dance, dance, revolution.
Yeah, if the disc isn't up yet, then I'm just gonna have the dwarf hop on my back and run him back to the party without. I don't know said chicken dance is going on.
Dance, I'm casting floating disc. Dance, dance.
Well, you said that you wanted to pick him up, so I'm going to need an athletics check
Okay.
to get him up.
Just hold him over your head and
'Cause-
run screaming back to us.
13 isn't quite gonna be enough, because, he's a fairly stout dwarf in heavy armor.
Okay, so I can't just fireman carry him? Okay.
There's a bit more there than you're able at this point to pick up.
Okay.
You try and
Can't quite get under him.
and he starts cussing at you because you hit his bloody stump.
Okay.
Me stump.
All right, I'm gonna make a perception check for him. What's his +5? Yeah, he's not seeing anything at the moment either. So are you now waiting now that Oxley has shouted out?
Yeah,
that,
since he shouted, I will go ahead. I'll expand. I'm like, wait, we got something coming.
All right.
Casting.
Isn't Tensor's floating disc just you make a stationary disc? It can't be moved.
No, you
No,
can
you
cast
can-
it 30 feet away, and it will follow you. And I'm assuming the dwarf is not 500 pounds.
The dwarf is not 500 pounds.
Go. He's okay.
Wait, question. How much is the dwarf?
It's not that you are physically incapable of lifting him.
Right. I am just worried about the weight of us both on this disc.
He's probably somewhere in the 200, 210 range, but he's also wearing, 60 pounds of armor.
We'll be pushing it, but we should be okay.
All right.
Like a dwarf in armor versus an unarmed dwarf, that's just a dwarf and a half.
Right.
A spell called? Is it called Tensor's Floating Disc, or does it have a new name now?
It's Tensor's floating disc, but I think SRD calls it floating disc.
Yeah, because Tensor is...
It's a name.
Yeah, it's IP.
Okay.
The artist
Yeah.
previously known as Tensor's floating disc.
So my concern is it's 30 feet away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, the room itself is about 50 feet, so they would still have to get to it, or you would have to go in there with it.
I'm happy to lay on hands any acid damage you take, Oxley.
All right.
It's
well,
not a problem.
when I'm done casting it, whenever the DM says, I'll step in there and pop it up.
Right. Well, as you're in the process of casting this, something crawls out, and it is large.
Oh no.
And in charge.
It's a Leopleurodon, Charlie.
Oh, it's got that feet. I love
Jesus,
large
it is long.
charge.
All right.
What?
Technically, it is huge.
The best
Oh, my.
is that I looked away from the screen. I looked at it, I was like,
my god, it's the largest tapeworm I've ever seen.
It is the largest tapeworm you've ever seen, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Good times.
And great oldies. All right, let's see what we got here. Initiative.
Oh my.
That's all right. Great.
Look at that initiative. I never get that good initiative.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that is a rarity.
Yay, Red
Lady
Rock.
Vaca, that tapeworm called you bad names. It's time to
That's right.
time to
It
wreck
said,
it.
Hey, cow lady, come get some.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
That's right.
I love the cow puns. I'm too slow to make any right now, but well done.
You know, if I had known, I would totally, as a bard, have gotten a cowbell play.
That would have been awesome.
I need more cowbell.
I was gonna say we could really have used some more cowbell. Oh, look at that.
Ferrum is all about
Jesus.
this.
Oh, that's Ferrum's email. I was like afraid. Email. Jesus.
Yeah,
initiative.
tapeworms before. He knows what's up.
Whew. Okay.
We're all very distracted by Oxley. Just like, what are you?
I'm nearly done.
Yeah, there's a general theme of you don't get to do the thing that took a while in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, yeah.
I'm learning that now.
I'll let you finish casting Prayer of Healing before I jump to. All right, and then for the big dude, we've got flat roll a 10. Okay.
And that's Begrier has a 10?
No, the beastie has a
The
10.
tapeworm has a 10.
Yes.
Okay.
The dire tapeworm.
I mean,
It's a
you're
10,
fine.
but it's
I
definitely
never want to hear you
20
put together ever again, Ian.
Uh,
And you're upset with
I'm
me with
uncomfortable.
Botflies and you're coming with dire tapeworm? Really, dude? Really?
And it's just screaming, where's
Okay. So starting off, we've got Ferrum. Ferrum is going to come tuck right up into here. Going to take 1 point of acid damage for stepping inside the room. Realize that's probably not a great idea to close the gap, and is going to pull out his light crossbow and take a pot shot. And is not going to connect with a 12.
How does he miss something that big?
Well, it's not that it's something that big, it's that it is chitinous. So
Okay.
it skips off.
Okay.
Alright, and so that brings us to Vaca.
All right, I realize I'm going to take acid damage, but I am up close and personal with things. That is
Okay.
just how I am.
So I will mention that all of the green areas are actually puddled liquid. You don't know how deep that is. So,
Oh, okay, so don't step in that.
I mean,
okay.
So step in that at your own risk, is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
stepping on a space with the pink squishy flesh is going to deal 1 point of acid damage. Stepping on the blue fibrous portions will not deal acid damage.
Okay, so if I go in, nothing here, but then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, wait, these are okay. Never mind. Let's try that again. Okay, 1 point. That's maybe okay.
See here.
2.
If you're coming through 1, 2,
Uh-huh.
and then this one will be fine, this one will be fine, this one would be fine,
And then this one over here is
and then
3.
this one would be
point.
3. Yes.
Okay, so that's what I thought. Okay, so we're gonna come over and attack it with my battle axe. So here we go. Battle axe 1, miss. Battle axe oh no,
A battle axe 2 will hit.
that's what I was gonna say.
With a
Battle axe
25, yes.
Yeah, battle axe 2 will hit, and then 13. I guess that's not bad. And then I am going to go ahead since you know what? I'm going to attack it with my horn too, because it says immediately after you. I would assume I'd have to dash to get to him, or would I not? I guess I could. Or should I have said that first?
What's your movement? 30?
Mm-hmm. So I was over here, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 35.
So from here,
I would have to dash.
it'd be
To be able to.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Would put you right about here.
Oh, so maybe I wouldn't have been able to attack him at all then, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have like a charge ability that lets you get extra movement to reach him.
I have something called Gore Rush. Immediately after you use the dash action on your turn and move at least 20 feet, you can make 1 melee attack with your horns as a bonus action.
Well, then you could close the gap
Uh-huh.
using dash and then bonus action attack him with your horns.
Okay, so I would have only got 1 attack.
Yeah, you would have only gotten
Okay.
a bonus action attack with your horns.
Okay. Well, in that case, I should do that. That won't be as good, but here we go.
22 still hits.
Yeah, but I mean, it won't do as much damage. 4. All right, fine.
All right.
I did 4. I did 4 and I'm in its face.
All right.
Next.
Place yourself in its face.
Okay, I will do that.
It's all up in there.
Wait, what do you use? Is it option if you want to? Yeah, I'm right there.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Next is going to be Oxley.
Has my spell popped yet?
Let's see here. Give me a D10 roll and hope that you roll low.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to take 5 rounds, including this round, to finish the ritual.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop the ritual and just cast it for this round. I'm going to walk in there. I guess I need to be here, cast it, and then hop on, guys. And then
Where are you casting it at?
let's see. It's right here.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, I can cast it right on top of the guys.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys just have it right underneath you. And then as soon as it's underneath them, I start walking back out so that it follows me.
All right.
I know I would take damage, for both, because I went through 2 times and then I went through again. But I'm stepping so that it basically moves them on my turn as far enough away. That would be...
Well, you've used your movement to get in 20 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you would have had 10 feet of movement left. Because you used your action to cast the spell. So you can't dash.
Okay, good point. Yeah, so I'd have just gotten out, so it just moved it feet.
So you cast it from here, right?
Yeah, that's 15 feet. And then I have another 15 feet to get back out.
Okay, so then all of these guys are moving 10.
About right here.
Yeah. So, all right. As they are moving, the tapeworm is going to make an attack of opportunity against Mica. Actually, I'm going to do a high-low roll. High, it attacks Mica. Low, it attacks Begrier.
Okay, and what is its reach? 15 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Low, it's going to attack Begrier. So, I think a 17 is probably going to hit him.
Is he wearing plate?
Yeah, if he's wearing plate.
He's not wearing plate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
Just heavy armor.
He is... Oh, he has an AC of 18, so that misses.
Nice.
Oh, good.
No love for the tapeworm.
Yeah.
So it barely misses him, and it clacks the very edge of Tensor's floating disc, so it sort of wobbles for a minute. Like whenever you rock a rowboat back and forth.
A gentle caress.
Yes, because I don't want my boat to be a rocket.
It's not so gentle, but Begrier is sitting down, and Mica's a monk, so I'm not going to make him roll acrobatics checks.
It's like that scene in the Karate Kid where he's training on the boat.
All right, so that's Oxley's turn, and that means that now it is
The
tapeworm's turn. And so the tapeworm's target-rich environment has been greatly diminished.
Hit me.
And so now it's going to go after the one target it's got.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So first, it is going to try and bite you.
Okay.
19 versus AC.
20 is my AC.
All right, so the bite misses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deflect it as it tries to come in and latch on with its...
I have got my axe back in just one hand and I'm shielding.
All right. Mm-hmm. So you just...
remember, I didn't get to attack with a battle axe, so I would still have my shield. I just gored it with my horns earlier.
Okay. Next, it's going to try and lash out with its tail.
Oh, no.
25 versus AC, I think that's going to hit.
Oh, yeah. I'm like cool with the shield and it bops me in the butt.
As
It's a wrap
As
shot.
a reaction, I cast Silvery Barbs, forcing him to reroll.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
28 versus
Oh,
AC.
no.
Sorry. But you
It's
do get advantage on your next roll, so whatever it is, attack, saving throw.
Oh, really? Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. So you take
Ow.
22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, my.
Ooh. Really glad for that prayer that Bangarang did earlier.
And then for its last thing on its
My last trick.
multi-attack, it's going to attempt to constrict you.
Oh, no.
And on a 12, it does not succeed.
Yay.
It doesn't get a hug. It just wants some love.
So it tries to hug Vaca, and Vaca is not up for hugs.
I'm just like, no
Okay.
hugs, no cuddles, no.
Bubble.
Vaca's all about enthusiastic consent in here.
No, there is none. I got a badge ribbon and everything. It's just no hugs.
All right. As it attempted to do that, it's going to sort of slide around in this general direction.
There's more targets.
Yeah, it caught the whiff of blood, and so it's interested in finishing that one off. All right. Next up is going to be Bangarang.
Bangarang, not liking any of this, is going to reach into the bag of tricks and throw out a fuzzy object about there.
Okay.
No, hang on.
Is it a kitten or dice?
20.
There's something about right there? Okay.
Yeah.
So roll me a d8 and tell me what you get.
Yeah, let's find out. I just rolled an 8, so I got a brown bear.
Oh my.
A brown bear. Okay.
Oh, bear.
A brown bear.
So let's see.
That's really great.
Brown bear, what do you see? I see a big ass tapeworm.
Tapeworm.
Trying to eat me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it a hairy bear? Is it a scary bear?
I'm really just glad it was not a rat.
Surprise bear.
A bear there was, a barrel black and brown and covered in hair. Okay. There is your action to withdraw and throw a thing from that. Do you happen to have bear stats?
I just pulled it up on D&D Beyond.
Okay. So if you could, real quick, just roll initiative for the bear for me.
I'm pretty sure it just goes on my turn.
Okay. That'll work.
You can use fuzzy object, 20 feet. Creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its turn.
Okay.
I don't know if it has summoning sickness and needs to wait around.
I'm not going to say that it does.
Okay. Cool.
Insta bear. Just add water.
Yep. Or don't. This is
Like sea monkeys.
a terrible place. Please take care of the giant worm.
Okay.
It a mean thing.
All right.
So it'll run in and attack. It does have multi-attack, one with its bite and one with its claws.
So I'm going to ask you to keep track of its hit points.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes 1 point of acid damage for stepping on the spongy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then go ahead and roll your multi-attacks.
Yeah, bite off its face. Have a face?
I don't
Bite off.
know if it can do that specifically, but let's... Alright, multi-attack. 8 plus 6.
14's not enough.
Cool. And now we'll try with claws. 19 plus 6?
19 plus 6 will do it. 25
Okay.
will do it.
That is wonderful.
So 2d6 plus 4 slashing damage. 8 plus 4 is 12.
12. Okay.
12 slashing damage.
That was definitely a thing.
Yep.
By the way, one other thing is that big tapeworm, because he is hostile, takes 4 points of forceful personality damage. Unless it's immune to psychic damage.
Nope.
I don't think anyone would ever think to give a tapeworm resistance to psychic damage.
All right. Is that going to be your turn?
Yep. Nope, that's all I can think of to do. Use my action and my bonus action.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Begrier is completely tapped on spells.
Excellent.
So he is going to attempt to Sacred Flame.
The cleric standby.
Let's see here. The Sacred Flame is a dex save, so that's a flat roll. And it fails
Nice.
with a 6. So 2d8
Flame in the
radiant
face.
damage. A whole 4 points of radiant damage.
Wah, wah.
It's
Shove
4
that
more
into your
than it had.
orifice.
And he just sort of hunkers behind his shield, and that's his turn because he is riding this floating disc out. All right, and
It's not a people mover in the airport away from battle.
and then finally we've got Mica.
Am I technically within melee range?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
within 5 feet.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my action to activate my obsidian flesh. So I sit there and I concentrate, and just like my skin blackens and hardens, turns obsidian looking, which will actually give me a bonus 2 to my AC and makes me immune for being prone and gives me bonus on dexterity saves. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to make an unarmed strike attack. If I hit with that, can I still use Flurry of Blows as well, or no?
No,
Okay.
because Flurry of Blows is a bonus action.
Action. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and attack with my bonus action. And I'm just going to smack this thing. And I am stepping in front of, we said Burgar?
Big rear. Yeah.
Big rear, yeah.
19 will hit.
For 8.
Busted.
Okay. All right. And that wraps up the first round. So that brings us back to the top of the order with Vaca.
Oh, wait, what about Farum?
Oh, yeah, Farum. I forgot about Farum. I wrote him down way up here. Farum is not going to venture any further into the acidic squishy stuff. So he is instead going to try and shoot at that thing again. That 21 is going to hit.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
For 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
It's gotten a little bit closer, so he is able to more reliably find a squishy spot and poke it. Hooray, squishy spot.
The spice must flow. Oh,
And
wait, wrong series.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm not going to be surprised if there's a sandworm in here somewhere, honestly. I mean, it just won't surprise me.
Tapeworm's pretty close.
I mean, it is.
All right, and he is going to tuck back in down the hallway a little bit as he reloads. And as he does, he notices that there is a little something going on back here.
No.
If you're clicking something, I don't know what you're clicking.
It is on the very edge of the map.
Yeah, you can
It's
see
on the
it.
very edge of the map.
Oh, that looks familiar.
No, this one is much smaller.
Oh, okay.
You can't see it from where you are inside.
No, I can't. Sorry, metagame.
But
My
so
bad.
Oxley, Bangarang, and Farum points it out. There's this little, about 2.5, 3 foot diameter little goop that's popped up, and there is just very gently wisping, almost like little bits of steam coming off of it.
Uh-oh.
And that is just sort of wafting off and hitting the membrane of the passageway and sort of dispersing into it. Looks like it's being absorbed into it. Otherwise, it is not approaching, it is just sitting there.
Have 10
Sounds
minutes
good.
passed since the macrophage battle?
Yes.
Okay, then Spirit Guardians is down.
Okay.
I think we're at least 20 minutes in because there was a 10-minute ritual and then another 10-minute, most of another 10-minute ritual. Plus talking to Farum. Farum, sorry. I'm terrible with names. Have I mentioned I'm terrible with names?
thinking
Faerun is a
Faerun.
continent in Toril.
But I mean, I did hear it as
Faerun.
Farum. Farumba.
Farumba?
Yes.
All right.
It's,
We
it's
did
not
just-
Farum, the giant spellcasting wind socks beneath Anarok.
Did we just not find a giant continent in the Tarrasque? Because
Yeah.
I'm totally letting that roll.
Whole continent in the Tarrasque. It's a world eater.
As long as it's not an incontinent Tarrasque, everything.
Oh
is
my,
probably
well played.
God.
Well played.
Well, it has been asleep for
I
a
mean-
very long time. There's no telling what its guts are going to look like. You haven't gotten that far
Also,
yet.
if it's incontinent, that's probably going to help us exit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe we do want an incontinent Tarrasque.
Maybe we do.
All right.
It
So-
depends. Or rather, we hope there's no depends. Go ahead.
Those would be huge.
I know. All right, back on target.
Farum points it out and he's like, I've not seen one of those before, but I don't like the look of it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Meanwhile, yeah, Lady
Vaca.
Vaca. Okay, I am. All right. What I want to do is attack it. Again, I'm used to 3rd edition. So if I take a 5-foot step, normally in 3rd edition, that would not engender an attack of opportunity.
As long as you stay within their threatened range.
Okay.
If you try to leave their threatened range, then they get
Gotcha.
leaving their threatened range is what triggers an attack of opportunity.
Well, I want to be within 5 feet of my friends as they're leaving because I can kind of help them out with protection. I've got my shield, so I'm actually going to be using my battle axe, but the D8 version of my battle axe. I'm going to attack twice, but before that, it's going to take 4 points from the forceful personality because it's within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
And now I'm going to attack it. A 20
Nice.
hopefully hits.
20 hits.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just attack it again, and then I'll roll damage.
22
okay?
hits as well.
Okay, so here we go. Damage the first is only a 7, which is, yeah, I rolled more than a 2. And then damage, oh my god. I think because I am +4 to hit, that means I must have rolled a 1 or a 2, which means I get to re-roll that one because of the other fighting style I've got. So let me re-roll that one.
Great weapon fighting style only affects
Uh-huh.
whenever you're wielding it two-handed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. I do 7 and 6. It already
13
took,
total.
and it did the forceful personality. I'm trying to see if I've got anything as a bonus action. Not that I'm aware of, so let's move on.
Okay.
All right.
And that brings us next to Oxley.
Okay. The tensor's floating disc would try to get 20 feet closer to me, or 10 feet closer to me, within 20 feet.
Okay. So moving it to about there. And that is technically still in the threatened range, so it is not going to provoke.
Right. I am going to toll the dead since it has taken damage.
Okay.
Needs to make
That
a
is
wisdom
save? Is it a wisdom save or a con save?
It is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right. Well, that's good for you.
Wrong spell. Here.
Yeah, that's a no. With a 4.
Wow,
He has a
yeah.
-3 on a wisdom save.
Nice.
So what's the damage on it?
Is it telling me? Oh,
1d12.
2d12.
There we go. Yeah. Let's roll 2d12 points of damage.
Nice.
Necrotic.
Hold on.
Okay.
Did this thing come out of the juice, or did it just kind of...
It came through, there's a small hole in the membrane here that leads to presumably another area of the organ, and it slithered through that.
Is it touching the acid or anything like that?
It is swimming through, yes.
Okay, so that was mine. Okay, good. So it's most likely immune to acid of some sort, or at least this acid. In that case, also, I'm going to move...
Now, does Tensor's floating disc move just as a basic function of it?
Yeah, it just
Or do you have
follows
to
me.
command it?
Nope, it just follows me within 20 feet. So if
Okay.
I move, it moves.
Okay.
So I'm going to move in Bangarang's square, which I can do,
Okay.
and that will move the actual...
It's still technically within 20 feet. 5, 10, 15.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
So then I would have moved within the drowse thing so that it would move. Basically, I'm trying to get it to move here so they can jump off.
Okay. Well, that is going to move it outside of its reach, and so it is going to make an attack of opportunity against Mica.
Okay.
And I can't help there because you're not within 5 feet of
It
me.
doesn't help.
It doesn't matter. 13 isn't going to hit it.
Okay,
All
good.
right. Very good turn there, Oxley.
Yeah, nicely done.
Now it's the worm's turn. And so
Worm turns.
it's really unhappy that this one crunchy one is really hitting it hard. So it's going to attempt to bite you, Vaca.
Okay,
I think that hits with the 28.
it does.
Ouch.
All right, so you take 25 points of piercing damage,
Oh,
Owie.
and you
I may go
are
down.
grappled.
Oh no!
oh crap. Okay.
Sorry guys, I was trying to cover your escape and now I'm part of the problem.
And so now that it has you in its mandibles or its proboscis or whatever sort of mouthy mouth parts it has, it's going to lash out with its tail at the bear. I think a 22 is probably going to hit.
Let me see. Yeah, it does.
All right, so that is going to be 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And then it's going to attempt to constrict the bear with a natural 20.
Oh.
And wow.
What's it?
So that is going to be... Here, I'm just going to roll 3d8 on top of the average damage. So 6 on top of the normal damage, so that would be 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
There is no more bear.
There is no more bear. Okay, so the bear is not also grappled. Make sure that I'm grabbing the bear and not Vaca. The bear goes poof.
Boo.
Bear
All right.
has served its purpose as a damage sponge.
It has. Okay. And then the worm is going to move back over this way, and it is going to carry Vaca along with it.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, that's part of being grappled. And so that is the worm's turn. Bangarang, you're up.
That's how I feel about that. All right, Bangarang is going to panic a little bit and cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay. So that all of your healing spells automatically heal max.
Everyone else has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yep.
It may come up.
Yep. That's why I'm like, okay. So I'm concentrating on that for a minute, and hopefully we finish this sooner rather than later, and I'll just heal everyone within the Beacon of Hope aura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm gonna like look back at the microphage and it's like, nope, tapeworm is what we're focusing on.
Okay.
Good God.
All right. In that case, next up is Begrir, our dwarven friend, and he's going to attempt the Sacred Flame again, which is another flat roll. On 13, it does not succeed on its saving throw, so that will be 2d8 radiant damage. Ooh, that's a much better one.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So he pops it in the nose, or in the face area, or a little away from the face area to make sure he doesn't hit Vaca,
Oh, thanks.
for 12 points of radiant damage. And he's also saying, if we kill it, I want my warhammer back. And that's his turn.
All right.
Means Mica, it is
No.
your turn.
I do apologize. I played my last turn slightly incorrectly. I'm going to fix that here in a second. At level 5 or 6, I forget which, I did get a second attack action. So I have 2 attack actions. Does that mean I get 2 bonus actions
You get
as well?
2 attacks as an action.
An action and then 1 bonus action.
When you take the attack action, you make 2 attacks instead of 1.
Okay. So I am definitely doing that. I'm going to go ahead and do my 2 attacks.
Yeah. You did not do it wrong last turn because you used your action to cast Obsidian
Okay.
Flesh.
Perfect. So first attack,
9 is not going to hit.
second attack.
9 is not going to hit.
Damn. And then I am going to use a key point for Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use a key point for Stunning Strike with my Flurry of
You
Blows.
can wait until after you hit to spend the key point for Stunning Strike.
Okay. Well, then I will use my bonus action for Flurry of Blows
The 20 will hit.
for 8.
8 points. Okay.
Pull back up. Second strike.
20 will hit for 10 points. Okay.
And then again,
Good.
using the Stunning Strike.
All right. So it has to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, Constitution.
No.
It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
That is so awesome. Yay.
I don't believe that a stun is going to end the grapple, though.
But it should help breaking it, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would not end, but if Vaca does anything to...
I
Yes.
certainly hope that's not Vecna.
if Vaca does anything to break it, again, DM call, but I wouldn't think they'd be able to react to...
Well, it is a flat escape DC. It
Okay.
is-
Okay.
I pull out my eye and put it on the end of my horn. Okay.
I mean,
And
I feel
that'll
like
be my
this
turn.
battle should be going pretty differently if Vecna is on our team.
I know, seriously,
I know.
right?
Right, yeah. All right. So that brings
They can
us
draw a
back-
pentagram somewhere. We can summon them.
that brings us back to the top of the round.
We need 10 minutes, and you know how this goes. We never get our 10 minutes.
So Ferrum is going to close on the little thing. He's like, I don't know what it is, but I don't want it here. So he's going to start with an attack with his main hand rapier. That's going to connect for 9 piercing damage. Is not enough to drop it. Then he crits with the short sword for 9 points of damage on that, and that's enough.
Huzzah.
That is enough
That's
to
lovely.
make that go away.
Yay,
That
poof.
is very good.
All right.
So, I have a couple questions.
I have a couple answers.
Okay, good. Am I incapacitated or just grappled?
You are grappled. Your
So
your speed is 0, and you cannot benefit from anything that would increase your speed.
But I can take actions or
Yes.
reactions. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay. That's cool. Thank you. So, first of all, it takes 4 points of damage because of my forceful personality.
Yep.
Just takes that off the top. And that doesn't drop it, sadly. Do I have to break the grapple before, or can I just attack it?
You can attack it while grappled.
Okay. I think I'll attack it while grappled. Can I... Who is with me? Is that the Tensor's floating
Yes.
disc still?
Yeah. So
And it's going to keep following the Tensor's floating disc. Okay, last time I tried to protect y'all, it didn't do any good. So I'm going to go ahead and attack two-handed.
okay.
Mainly just because of the way the movement is working. It's not going to help. Attack the first.
And is not
miss.
going to do it.
Attack the second.
18
Just that.
will, and because it's stunned, this is a crit.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice. Does that mean it's just max damage? How does that work?
We're going to do...
Or does it do double damage?
It's going to do 10 plus your modifier plus your roll. So whatever you roll, it's going to be plus 10 because you're using your battle axe two-handed. So it's...
Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. That's a great number, though. I wish I... Okay, here we go.
So
So I
17.
rolled-
17
Okay.
damage.
But I did it two-handed, so can I re-roll that? Because isn't Hold on. I'm plus. This is magical, so remember I'm a total of plus 5.
You rolled a 2 on the damage, so you can re-roll that. Yeah.
I'm gonna re-roll it. Oh, gee whiz. Hang on, one more time.
No, you only get to re-roll once.
And I have to keep it. So that's 6.
Yep.
Okay.
So it becomes 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. And since you said I can take a reaction, that is not good. I am going to try to shove it with my horns. So I'm just kind of like button it with my head while I'm grappled and stuff. And I'm going to use hammering horns. It says it's got to be within 5. Oh, never mind. It won't work. It's huge, right?
It is huge.
Okay. Yeah, it has too many size categories of difference.
Okay.
So never mind. That's what I do. So, okay. That's still nice. I like crits. They're
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for stunning it, Mica.
All right. Next is Oxley.
All right, it's time to kill it with fire.
Okay.
So
it looks rough.
Good. I'm going to be even more rough to it. I'm going to hit it with a chaos
Oh
bolt,
my.
Okay.
Yeah, chaos, woohoo!
just to let you guys see what that is. So allow me to make a delightful spell attack.
20's gonna hit.
All right.
Nice.
So that is 2d8 plus 1d6. I need to roll a d8 to see what kind of damage it is. Don't roll a 1. Old damage. Yeah, we're going to freeze it to death.
You get 2d8, and you get to choose which of the 2 dice you're going to use for damage.
Choose one of the d8s, the number rolled on that dice.
Yeah, so you roll 2 d8s. If you rolled a 1 and a 2, you have your choice between acid and cold.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So roll your second d8.
So thunder. I think thunder would be nice. You think?
Like boom.
Yeah. Thunder. All right, so 2d8 first.
Well, that was your 2d8.
On hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
And then you determine the damage type from the 2d8.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you don't roll the dice and then roll the damage. Okay, so that
Yes.
makes sense. So it takes 10 points of damage total.
Plus d6.
Plus the d6. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Not that the d6 is going to matter, because it only has 6 hit points.
5. Well,
So flavor this splat booking.
so I kind of hum a cheery tune, and it has kind of a FU sound to it as I hurl 2 lobs of spinning energy toward its way. One of them happens to be cold, a fierce snowball, which strikes it. The other one happens to be just this malevolent hum as it strikes the creature and just basically bursts it. Chitin cracks.
All right.
I say, chill out.
Right.
Now, was that a sorcerer spell?
Yes, it was.
It was, in
That's
fact,
wonderful.
a sorcerer spell.
So,
Chaos, woohoo.
so
That is, in fact, a purely sorcerer spell.
So give me a d20 roll for your wild magic.
I would be delighted to.
Oh, I'm going to go into a science fiction universe.
One,
I'm
two,
excited.
3. Oh, there it is.
There
There's
we
a
go.
3.
About time.
So we get a wild magic surge. So I now need you to give me a d100 roll, please.
I am far too excited about this.
32.
Sandworm.
32.
Sandworm.
Are you now a
All
Bluetooth
right.
speaker?
You become invisible.
Poof!
Exactly what I wanted.
Oh, good. Very nice.
So the tapeworm explodes. Vaca falls into the liquidy goop, and
Ew.
Is she in the
Oxley
liquidy
is
goop?
nowhere to be seen.
I think she's on top of one of the hamstring things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she? Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
Shielded by goop
so-
and a hamstring. This is so great.
So
Good
I
boy.
will ask you to make a dexterity saving throw to grab hold of it as you fall
Okay.
to avoid bouncing off and falling into the goop. Oh yeah, 20.
Seems
Yeah.
fair.
Gracefully surf down. Hello, guys. Did I miss anything?
Lands like a superhero.
All right.
Our
So
halfling
the
is-
big
Smoke coming out of like nowhere. Like, you just see like a cigarette smoke, and you hear as I'm slurping coffee.
Okay, I was wondering if you were like making sounds.
That's
It was
awesome.
like, wait, did they like disappear, or are they just
no, they,
longer refracting light?
the detonation happened about 2 feet below where Vaca was being held onto. So Vaca, you still got this chunk of tapeworm that's sort of there. It hasn't retracted the pincers from the bite, so
I
it's
just
still.
do a.
Have you ever seen a hagfish where they've got that sucker mouth with all the little hooky things?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty
so
much what this is.
That's still connected.
Yeah, it is not actively chewing anymore, but it is still connected.
Do I happen to find, I don't know, like the dwarf's like warhammer somewhere in this goop with me?
Maybe with the arm still attached?
Yeah, like found this arm.
Just wave it around. Whee!
There is nothing that close to the head. If it is inside of this tapeworm, it is further inside of this tapeworm.
Did any of you guys watch Double Dare growing up?
Yeah.
So like where you had to go in and they had that challenge at the end where they had like to reach in and find the flag and then dig through the nose.
Yep.
And they had all like the green pudding and muck. Yeah.
Just things.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are.
I'm just laughing at spell check, turning it into, because I'm taking notes, to warm hammer. I'm like, no.
It's a
Not
very
so
warm
much.
ham. Well, I mean, if it's inside a
Very
tapeworm,
warm.
it might be, yeah.
It might be, yeah.
There's some body heat there.
Um,
Warm hammer, 40k. That's really
That's
warm.
right. All right, so yeah, we need a warm hammer or warhammer, and we need. I could use some healing, and
Yeah. Any of y'all want to come over to me within a minute so that I can cast healing on you with Beacon of Hope up? I'd prefer Cure Wounds just because it does more, and I've got
Okay.
extra charges of it because of the prayer beads. And then we go in and start looking for a warhammer. That's just
sounds
my
great.
preferred order of operations.
Can I don't know. I've got enough tapeworm maybe wrapped around me that I might not take acid damage on that ground. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't want to take more acid damage. but
Real
I can't-
quick.
Somersault with a
I'm gonna jump.
Iron
I can
Field.
jump 15 feet, right? That's not too terribly far for a jump in D&D, I don't believe.
If you guys don't want to jump, I can literally just move.
Well, I can jump and
Feet
clear
and the-
space
and the
off this
disc.
disc, and the fact
Then
that
I get on the
nobody's
disc.
yeah, and the fact
Yeah.
that nobody's jumped off, like tried to jump over these green mucky areas. I'm gonna do that whole Kabyle like meh, to everybody.
I'm going to point out that Oxley could just bring you over. You climb off. Oxley send the disc back for Vaca.
Do I
If you-
know that Oxley's disappeared at this point?
Oh yeah, you don't know where Oxley's at.
Yeah,
You-
that's the whole thing. I'm like,
I mean, if the disc is still there, like,
Yeah.
no need to worry about
Bangarang
it.
can see the wisp of smoke coming off of his invisible cigarette and can hear him slurping coffee, but there is neither hide nor hair of where Oxley actually happens to be.
I love it when a plan comes together.
where are the Amen when you need them?
So you're gonna jump off the disc and go into the doorway because we know because of smoke and coffee that Oxley is still here. with
Well, you
us.
know because
And there's a disc.
the
Come
disc
for
is
me,
still
disc.
there.
Come to me.
And it'll give you space, and then I'm gonna like point because nobody else tried jumping over the dangerous goopy parts, and I'm like, jump.
Wait! I want to get out. Oh, is the disc coming back for me?
Yes,
Well, the
send
disc has
back.
a
Okay,
500-pound weight limit.
that's true. Oh, I didn't know if Mica was going to jump off. That's fine. He's not going to jump off the disc. We're just going to like have kind of a bus,
All right.
Roll.
a bus route
It's a
for
ferry.
the disc.
So
No,
where?
yeah.
So where is everybody going
I'm gonna-
immediately?
Stay
I mean,
here.
I guess I'll step over here so people can get offloaded.
I'm gonna stay in the doorway. I'll ask.
Micah, you are not in the hallway.
No. I forgot to add them to my character sheet, but I should have 2 regular healing potions. I want to hand one to this dwarf, and I'm going to whisper to him about the Tarrasque drinking game, so he'll slam it down and then hopefully scream Tarrasque because, drinking game. And dwarf, so. Plus
I'll
he
ask.
probably needs some healing.
I'll ask the cleric if he wants me to wait until we can possibly retrieve his arm to cast Cure Wounds.
Like at this point, I'm not sure that there's anything left to save. I mean, it swallowed my arm with the warhammer, and that was it's been a while. I'm not entirely sure. Time gets kind of fuzzy.
Cool. Then I will use one of my prayer beads to cast Max Cure Wounds.
Okay, and that's going to be how much?
It's Cure Wounds at its
So it's
absolute
But it-
ability.
+4,
+3.
+3, so 11.
Yep. And Beacon of Hope also will work on that healing potion.
All right, so that's another 10. All right,
And I will hand,
the bloody stump knits itself shut, so he's not bleeding out all over the place anymore.
my second potion to Vacna when she gets within range for that.
Vaca?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for
You
Yeah.
keep adding
Vecna,
letters.
Wagner,
Yeah.
Vaca.
Okay.
Lavash. Well, thank you. You know, actually, I have a standard healing potion, so I could use one as well. Because we all got 2 or one big one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In other words, I want you to have one on you in case you need it later.
Okay.
I have 2 unused ones, so I will use one of mine once I'm close enough. Is the disc coming back for me? Do I get to the disc fairy?
It will in a minute once Begrir is able to clear off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Beacon of Hope also has a 15-foot area of effect.
Yeah, I'm still not quite close enough, though.
Oh, it's 30 feet area effect. Well,
Oh, wait, you know what? I could move. You know what it is? I keep looking at the blood and thinking, oh, don't step on the blood. So I can move one more. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Go ahead and drink your potion because...
Okay, in that case...
Something's about to happen.
Oh, no. Lady Vaca drinks it. Drinks the potion.
Oh, chug. Oh, wait. Okay.
That's right. And gets 10 back. Okay, I did it.
And we send the disc back and get her over to us before the thing happens, or...
Nope.
I had a feeling.
Because it had 2 rounds left to happen.
Cool.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun.
They come out of the walls. They're in the walls.
What are these 3? Are they microphages? Is that what they're called?
Nope. These are different. And Ferrum starts to freak out because apparently these are the things that tried to eat him.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly.
Oh, they're freakish?
They're a man-eater.
So I need...
Must have come out at night.
Oxley, I need you to make a stealth check. So I have a DC that this thing has to meet to tell that you're there.
Sure. I'm going to choose to reroll that one.
That's much better. All right.
And I am invisible as well.
Right, but it also has blind sight.
Ah, good point.
Which I think means that it can see you regardless. Because it has blind sight, so it doesn't need its eyes to see.
If you are still hiding, then technically stealth still works. It's weird.
So the perception check would have been to find you if you were hiding, but you were not actively hiding, you're just invisible and standing there.
Yeah, so in that case, it just would see me.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, we're going to have 1 attack Oxley, 1 attack Mica, and 1 attack Bangarang.
Okay.
So first, the one against Oxley. 16 versus AC?
As a reaction, I cast Shield. Add 5.
Okay. So that misses?
Yes.
So it lashes out. It kind of tries to glom onto you, and it hits this invisible wall of force about 3 inches off of you.
You briefly see a hand. It's like, no.
No, not in my house.
So, but that was casting a spell.
Was it casting a spell? Oh, wait, no. Oxley cast a spell.
Yeah, he cast Shield, which breaks invisibility.
Does it?
I thought it's only when you cast an attack spell.
Casting a spell or making an attack action, I think.
That's fine.
I'll have to double check, but yeah.
That's fine.
I'll look it up.
If it breaks the invisibility, it doesn't matter. They've got blind sensation.
Yeah. They'll find you.
So all of a sudden he shows up. The spell ends for a turn if it attacks or casts the spell.
I am slightly surprised.
Then the one attacking Mica, 12 versus AC, I think that misses.
Yeah.
And then the one attacking Bangarang, 21 versus AC.
14. Yep.
All right, so you take 4 points of acid damage, and this thing attaches itself to you.
Cool. I will also need to roll concentration for Beacon of Hope, which I don't remember exactly how to do.
It's a Constitution saving throw. You have to hit 10 or half the damage, so you have to hit at least a 10 with a con save.
Cool.
Yeah, you got it.
Awesome.
Oh, yay.
All right. So while it is attached to you, your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
That's no bueno.
Suboptimal.
All right. So we're just going to keep going in initiative order. I'm going to roll a quick initiative for them. They get to go at the absolute end of everything.
Oh, wow.
Huzzah.
Go team.
Yay.
All right, so back to the top of the round with Ferrum. Ferrum is going to lash out at the one that bounced off of Oxley's shield. Gonna do rapier and then short sword if he needs to. Start with the rapier. Yeah, that definitely hits for 11 points of damage. Then the short sword also definitely hits for 7 points of damage. So he slices this one up pretty heavy. It hasn't gone away, but it's kind of rough. And that is going to be his turn. Because he's not going to run away and leave you all to face these things by yourselves.
What a good chap.
Yay!
Next up is Vaca. Vaca, you hear a commotion. You see something latch on to Bangarang, and that's about all that you got right now.
All right. I am going to have to move to help my friends, but I'm also going to need a little more healing. So I'm going to lay on hands and
Lay on hands is an action.
But can you move?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. See, the problem is right now I can't get to them. Okay. I understand what you're saying. You're saying I cannot attack.
You can reach from here. Is the diagonal.
Oh, so I could... Okay.
You can reach the one that is glommed on to Bangarang.
I can. Okay, so here's my confusion. I thought this is me. Isn't this me?
This is you.
Right, and if she's over here...
You can move 10 feet to this space.
Okay, and I'll take 2 points of acid. So I'll write that down.
Could she jump to the... Oh, never mind. Sorry.
There's no place for her to land.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a disc in the way. All right, so, Bangarang, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Like, I'm pissed off, but...
All right, so I guess I'm not healing this round. I guess I'm going to attack one. So
okay.
I will do that. Fine. Crap. Guys, I'm sorry. I was planning to heal, and that kind of derailed me.
22.
Right.
22 will definitely hit the squish.
Okay, 9 is the actual roll for the damage. All right. So is it still up?
Is it with your axe?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, it is.
All right, gonna hit it again. I hope.
Yeah,
Is that it?
15 will do it.
All right. Takes 15.
Oh.
Oof, that was enough to drop it. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Good. All right. So there you go.
I was going to ask if there was enough room for her to jump onto the disc, because there's only one person on the disc right now, where there was 2 of us before. But, again, moments passed.
I didn't know. That never got discussed.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I was willing to jump on the disc, but don't worry about it.
No, that's fine.
It's 2 points. I'm okay.
All right. So, Oxley.
So, this guy's been damaged, so I'm going to toll the dead.
Okay.
He needs to make a DC.
Wisdom save. 12.
Cool. So he takes 2d12.
Very nice.
Only 5.
You only had 4 hit points.
That's good enough then. Good enough for me. And as a bonus action, I say, what's the word? Why, healing word is the word. And I heal word for Lady Vaca.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
So that is going to be 4 plus your charisma modifier. What is your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is +4.
Okay, so you
nice.
heal 8 points because you're in the beacon.
Yay. Thank you so much, Oxley. Woohoo.
How are you
All right.
doing heal-wise?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm at 35.
I didn't roll a
from
D. I'm
80.
sorry, I didn't roll a D4.
It's max because of Beacon of Hope.
It's max.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, gotcha. Forgot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's my action. That's my turn.
that was strong.
Healing Word's a bard spell, so no wild magic roll on that one. All right. Let's see here. Next one would have been the worm. The worm's dead. Bangarang.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, use my Necklace of Prayer Beads and cast Cure Wounds on Lady Vaca.
Can you do that as a bonus action?
Using the necklace, yes.
Okay.
I just looked it up. You must be wearing the necklace. Each bead contains a spell that you can cast from it as a bonus action.
Okay. So that's another 11 points of healing.
Thank you.
Nice.
Right. And then your action?
Because I used an item to cast a spell, can I myself cast a spell?
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Use Sacred Flame on the macrophage that's there.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because that is a cantrip, so... All right. Nope.
Bright light.
So he takes 6 points of radiant damage.
Very good.
All right. Or it takes. All right, so Big Rear is going to follow suit and also going to Sacred Flame it. And it failed that one too.
Is his name Big Rear?
Yeah, Big Rear.
Oh,
Big Rear.
R-I-R.
I thought you said Big Rear. That's
Yeah,
what I
no,
was-
his name is Big Rear now.
I did too. I heard it as well.
It wouldn't surprise me.
He had a rough
Right.
time through school, I'm just saying.
I mean, only if he wasn't in dwarven schools. Like, I feel like Big Rear is a very, like, standard dwarvish, like, yes. Stonehammer, Big Rear.
You've got some junk in that treasure chest.
Yep.
Yes, I love it.
That's more just like, yeah, we picked names and it was weird, and that was like 5,000 years ago.
All right,
Does,
so Mica, it is your
Does
turn.
ample posterior kill it?
I'm just going to punch this thing in the face.
Okay, you can try. 18 will hit it.
Okay. For 9?
For 9, the punch doesn't look like it does as much damage as you would expect it to, but it's
Okay.
still enough to pop it.
Okay. Pop to pop a fresh dough.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I am glad.
Look at us.
I'm
we're
taking.
winners.
And also,
That's right.
because of its ability, Corrosive Membrane, you take 4 points of acid damage.
Oh,
for
it's totally
touching
Oh,
worth it.
jeez.
Good job,
Totally
everyone.
worth it.
Now get the hell out of the spleen.
Not the spleen! But yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yes, please.
Let's nopity nope.
Nope and right out.
Oof.
I suppose I could get another hammer.
I mean, yeah, the paladin almost went down. Let's no.
Yeah, it's time to move on. The sword wasn't there.
Bad place.
All right.
We'll have Maureen replace it for you.
That's right. She can send in another party after that one.
Yeah.
She literally picked up a tower and tossed it at the Tarrasque. She can replace your hammer.
So your friend Maureen seems very powerful.
Oh, she's not my friend. She's just my boss.
Okay.
I'm starting to talk up Big Rear about maybe like a hammer hand made of mithril. I have it all big and shiny, carved dwarven runes. I'm really building this up.
It becomes his focus.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sense a
His
common
holy symbol.
theme.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys,
So
you
how-
guys sensing this theme? Where like nobody likes the wizard?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
wizards-
seen that.
Fill me with hope.
Oh, it's
Wizards
not-
at the best are neurosurgeons or grad students. Like, they're either paid too much or not nearly enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just
It's
saying,
not-
should
I'm
we
not gonna argue
really
that.
return this artifact to this crazy wizard that nobody likes? I think we get what we came for, but then we need to find out the motivations behind this.
It should go back to its owner.
It should get very far away from the Tarrasque, as it is apparently the power source of the Tarrasque existing.
And then we sell it to the highest bidder.
I would rather sell it to a university.
It should go back to its owner.
Its owner is dead.
Then it's theirs, next of kin. Their
Let's get it
proprietary
first.
laws.
Yeah, let's go get it first. Then we'll worry about this later.
For a modest fee, we can obviously return it to them.
That is fair. Business fees, business expenses. I can get along with that.
Okay, so here we are.
Noticing that wizard's awfully powerful. Anyway.
What's it gonna do? Stick us back in the Tarrasque?
I mean, maybe.
We're getting t-shirts made that said, been there, done that.
There need to be like little acid holes in the t-shirt, though, just to kind of reflect where we have been.
Yes. Oh, bad memories with that one. Okay. I had a lab incident in my youth, and I literally watched acid eat the shirt off a friend's chest. It was quite an interesting moment.
Oh, gosh. Were they
Hopefully-
okay?
Yeah, long story. Next break, I'll explain. But yeah, it's quite the story.
All right, so we've gotten out of the pancreas.
Oh, that's where we were. Okay.
We should have kicked it. We could have made this Tarrasque diabetic and give it the beatus.
That's not how
Diabetes.
any of that works, but
So this way, the branch to the left was no good. So you still have the branch to the right and the branch going south.
yep.
Which
one?
way are you wanting to explore?
Bell
Because we
said south.
had the sword there.
Mm-hmm.
Sword is down in this general direction.
Let's go south.
Okay. I'm into it. Hey.
Okay, does that mean
healing
left
check.
or...
Oh, I thought it was down. I'm sorry. I thought south was down.
South is
And I
down,
can-
yes. This way would be to the south.
Go down. Down where? Where's the universe, Jack?
It's turtles all the way down.
Okay. Let me...
Hey, how is everybody doing healing-wise?
I am a little squishy, but not too bad. I'm at 28 of 58.
Ooh, that's not good. Why don't I use a first level healing on you, or cure on you? Can I have done that before Bangarang's thing goes down?
Yeah, I think it's up for 10 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
it's up for a minute.
Oh, it's up for a minute?
hmm
Uh-huh.
I mean,
That's why I was worried about getting Lady Vaca.
combat only lasted for a round and a half the second time around. So yeah, I'd say you still have a couple of rounds of that being up.
If you want to do
Okay.
that before we
If you wanted to
start.
do that before all of the conversation happened.
By the way,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
do.
disc floating behind me, 20 feet behind me, for the next hour.
Oh my.
You get 12 back, Mica.
Excellent, thank you.
Do we want to
very
leave the
welcome.
dwarf up there?
That puts me at a solid 40. I like it.
Okay, cool.
40 hit points to freedom. Oh wait, wrong song.
Do we make the cleric get off, or do we let them ride the disc?
You can ride shotgun. It's good.
30 feet behind us.
It's not hurting me. I don't concentrate on it. It literally just follows me around.
All right, now let me drag you guys across. Ta-da!
Oh, that looks terrible.
Looks like an ear canal.
Like a colon.
It looks squamous.
So this putrid chamber takes on the rough shape of a 35-foot square. A whirlwind of air, acid, and fire at the center of the chamber make it seem almost impossible to cross through unscathed.
I see a lot of nope in my future for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nope on that one too.
So it's air, acid, and what's the third thing?
Fire!
Fire. Dear Lord.
3 of the 4 humors.
Well done. Well done.
Really, yeah.
If anybody wants to make a nature or medicine check to try and figure out what this thing is.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
out of sheer curiosity.
Wait, so isn't poop the fourth one?
I mean,
Bile?
technically, phlegm is 1. Bile.
Oh, okay.
It's phlegm, bile,
It's
Blood.
23, not
Blood.
22.
And then black.
and black bile.
Black bile is poop.
Black bile, yellow bile, phlegm, and blood, I think.
Yeah, because when someone's feeling sanguine.
Yeah. So Oxley, yeah,
Yeah.
it's appropriate because you mentioned it earlier. This is the duodenum. Or the first one. Duodenum, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if we want to get into the intestines, folks, this is how we have to pass it. Pardon the pun.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
We've all fallen in acid. We just need to wait for the coming out the falling bricks and the fire jets, and it'll be fine.
Let's look at the other passage, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, is there a northwest passage?
Yeah, let's gander upon our action. We will gander.
Okay. So I will.
I don't like this place. I don't want to do that.
I don't like any of this place. I just want to be out.
I do too. I'm
I
forget
could
the
get
blood
us through
score.
there. It just would take a few minutes, but I could get us through there unscathed.
What all would you do? Do you have some resistance?
I've got a couple of songs that I could sing up that could fix all of this.
Heartburn, indigestion, autosemic. Oh wait, that's the wrong song.
Yay, Pepto-Bismol.
Fabricate Pepto-Bismol all
At
the
this
way.
point, they should pay us for advertising. I'm just throwing that out there.
This episode is not sponsored by Pepto-Bismol. All right, so this is the other way. You are not already in.
We're just looking at it.
So going this way.
And I'll roll a medicine check on this one too, just
So this huge chamber looks as if it's seen better days. The fleshy ground below you crunches as you walk. Bits of dried cells flake off and kick up dust. Some sort of fungus grows over everything. There are 2 exits. Both are next to each other. So there's this one here where you would come in, and then there's this one here where you would go out.
What might this thing be?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell from just the look of it, this is the liver.
So it's got psoriasis? So the tarrasque is a heavy drinker?
It's got
Yeah,
a
that's just what I was thinking.
fungus infection.
It's just generally not doing well with the regular consumption of all things magical.
fair enough. That's a lot to ask for the liver.
Do we just have to wait for the tarrasque for jaundice to set in and it just...
Yeah.
And another thing to point out is that from this exit, there is a faint green glow emanating from that exit.
Oh, damn it. I do like glowing lights.
do have to investigate glowing things, I think.
Yeah, that's... I am
See,
like a moth
certain
to a
death
firefly.
or glowing green thing.
I vote glowing green thing.
So is somebody gonna go over there and investigate, or what's gonna go on?
I will poke my head in
Okay, so
and
where?
roll a investigation or perception.
First, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
It's
Hey,
low.
look, it's one of the ones I'm not proficient. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
it's
good.
not going to affect you. I think you actually would have gotten advantage on it anyway because it's a poison.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's this cloud of particulate that just stirs up as you walk across it, and it smells terrible, and it kind of dries out your mouth, and it's thoroughly unpleasant.
I kind of like hold my arm up over my nose and mouth while I'm kind of like...
Yeah, you sort of retrofit sort of a makeshift mask
Right.
to keep the junk out.
I see him do that, I stick the bag back over my head.
The Kroger bag.
Well, you got about 45 minutes left on that, just judging off of, unless you took it off earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have taken it off like when we got in.
At this point, my stone skin, my obsidian flesh would have dissipated, so I am back to normal. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll a perception check to kind of get a better feel of what is not.
Just generally speaking, there's nothing else out here. It is just the crusty nature of the outside of this liver. That's the only hazard here.
Am I getting any further hint about said green glowing light?
Are you going into the green glowing light?
I am looking towards its direction.
Don't go towards the light.
I mean, from where you are, I need you to move your character so I know where you're going.
Oh, okay, I just rolled off. So yeah, I would be about here, I think.
Okay. Yeah, with the S-bend in this duct, you're not really able to see into there
Okay.
at present.
I am fairly drawn to this thing, so I am very much inclined to follow in towards it unless someone convinces me otherwise.
Could I make a medicine check just to, like, nail down what is wrong with this liver?
Yeah.
AKA if lesser restoration would help in any way.
You don't want to heal the Tarrasque.
I mean, I will if it removes a hazard from us.
Granted.
I mean, that seems yeah, that's reasonable.
Given your limited knowledge of the stories of the Tarrasque, actually make a history check. Yeah, maybe. It might work.
You tell us about your concerns, because maybe we can make history checks.
Yeah, if you vocalize this to the party...
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna, like, signing as I'm, like, thinking. It's like, I think...
Nope.
Vaca doesn't...
I'm going to roll
Because,
knowledge.
I got nothing, I'm sorry.
Vaca knows nothing about the...
Like, I grew up on a farm, raised goats. I know that, like, fungus can do some weird shit.
Micah.
So Mica just...
I've got a -1 to my intel score, and I freaking rolled a 21. What the hell?
I think it's so
Well,
great.
apparently you're
That's awesome.
proficient in history.
Yeah.
Because you have a +2 to history. Yeah. So, yeah, the story of the Tarrasque is a story that you loved growing up. Okay. You know all about the Tarrasque, which is why you were kind of excited about the whole prospect of getting to go inside of one. You know from the stories that the Tarrasque is notoriously resistant to magical effects, resistant to spells.
Okay.
So any magical healing would probably be difficult. I mean, granted, in the stories, they're not trying to heal the Tarrasque, they're trying to kill the Tarrasque. But all of the stories tell of all of the trouble that they have with their magic trying to actually make spells work on the Tarrasque.
Okay.
And you can relate that if you wish.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this properly within character.
While you're thinking about that, Bangarang with that 18 medicine check, if this is a normal malady, a lesser restoration would probably clear it up. However, nothing in here has been normal so far.
Fair enough.
I'm going to relay back, if you can't bang a Tarrasque up with magic, you probably can't help it with magic either.
Let me get this straight. This unkillable force of nature that stomps through and devours everything in its path is going to be killed by a few nights of hard drinking.
Well, by nights of hard drinking, if you mean eating a whole halfling distillery every other day.
For a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, look, if I woke up grumpy, hopping through, everyone's trying to kill me, I probably could use a drink at the end of the evening, too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mica, are you going to continue down the tube to investigate?
Yeah, no one has properly persuaded me, so yeah, I'm going to move at least to here.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to roll my perception again.
All right. Just give me a minute.
This is going to end so poorly.
Can I ask the two gentlemen from the party that found the sword, like, hey, did the sword glow at all?
Not that I can remember.
The blight spore did not glow.
No.
I'm kind of walking toward this, like, if you ever go, like, past an arcade with, like, a 5 or 6 year old and then just kind of, like, slowly gravitate that direction, that's kind of what I'm doing towards these elites.
All right. Let's see here if I can get this to overlay.
Oh my.
That is generally what you see.
That is an angry gallbladder, but I would not know that.
I'm worried about
You are correct. That is an angry gallbladder, and you are also correct that no, you do not know that. But yes, that is what you see. This room radiates bright green and white light. It'd almost be beautiful if it wasn't so awful smelling.
Almost like, do I need a Geiger counter?
You haven't actually entered it yet, so...
Fair enough. I am drawn to it. I am looking at it. Does it look like, again, with my perception score that I rolled, do I think that sword is in here or anything that might lead to say the sword is in there? Because it's very pretty, but sword first, then shiny bits.
You see nothing in there. All that you see is light and mucus.
I am transfixed. I am very, very, very curious, but there is no sword. So I'm going to go back to the party and say no sword.
No sword.
So that skeleton there isn't there
What's Skelly Man?
Second, I didn't...
on the map.
I didn't even notice that Skelly Man there.
Skelly Man's!
Part of the imagery.
That was part of the art. There's nothing in my notes that says that there's a Skelly Man in there.
That's just a gallstone. Weirdly shaped gallstone.
Yeah, so
Like a Skelly Man.
great.
Yep. Nope, just wanted to check.
At this point, it sounds like the only way to continue through is going to be going through the duodenum. So, in that case, we are going to wrap up for the night. We'll start next time with figuring out how we're going to get through that. Thank you for listening to this special episode of Undercommon Taste. We've been playing the Tarrasque Task of Maureen Trask, an adventure written by DM Dave and released by Tabletop Audio. You can find it on their Patreon, patreon.com/tabletopaudio, or by following the link in the show notes. All additional audio also provided by Tabletop Audio. Our players have been James Daley playing Mica, Hannah Miller playing Bangarang, Eric Holden playing Oxley, and Mary Crowell playing Vaca. And I'm Ian Woodworth, your DM. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you all on the next episode.